Anam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Logashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhatarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Beda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha गुकारो अंधकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अंधकार निरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। We are studying Samavediya Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. Atharvavedya, not Samavediya, Atharvavedya. Remember, we have 4 Vedas and we have almost 1,200 Upanishads in all 4 Upanishads. We have now 108 Upanishads available. And among them, Adi Shankara wrote commentary on 10 of these 108 Upanishads. Even though all the Upanishads are relevant, 10 Upanishads will be capable for a human being to study in his lifespan, in their lifespan. Even though the subject matter is one in all Upanishads, one need to see the different aspects of different Upanishads, how it brings the vision in one's mind in different way. This is something very interesting. In Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad, for example, all the 3 states are analyzed: waking state, dream state, and a deep sleep state. All these 3 states are analyzed. And the truth behind all these 3 states are is one and the same, and that is been bring by this systematic analysis. Similarly, in another Upanishad, three bodies: subtle body, gross body, and causal body is analyzed to bring forth the reality. So 10 Upanishads are helpful for a human being to go through another all Upanishads. Another Upanishad or all other Upanishads. Māṇḍūkyam is important for a seeker. Atharva Vediya Māṇḍūkya Upanishad is very important as a seeker. And the sages used to say, Mumukshuna Māṇḍūkyam eva alam. For a seeker, if he is not having total lifespan, or the life is very short now, and he don't have enough time to study all the Upanishads, then he can only study one Upanishads to get the liberation. That is Māṇḍūkya. They say, Mumukshu now. Remember, spiritual journey is completely correcting the mistakes which I made about oneself. Each and every twist and turn, we only meet with the people who are living their life according to their mistakes, what they have committed about oneself. If you ask somebody, who are you? They will say, my name is Roshan. My name is Hema. Similarly, to anybody all over the world, according to their country, they will have a name and they will introduce themselves, their name. That is the first mistake, according to the spiritual seeker. In the empirical world, the name is conveying that human body. That human body is a superimposition on the reality. So each and every people we meet in our life are living their life thinking their mistakes are real. So the entire spiritual journey is nothing but to correct the mistakes and having the discrimination between what is real and the unreal. And Māṇḍūkya helps us to know the real and to discriminate the unreal and to contemplate on the reality. And Māṇḍūkya Upanishad, even though it is very small when compared to other Upanishads, only 12 verses. But the Māṇḍūkya Upanishad is studied along with the Gaudapada kārikā, which is quite big. Almost 300 verses are added along with the Māṇḍūkya Upanishad teaching or study. Remember that those 300 verses are written by somebody, whereas that 12 verses, which is really Māṇḍūkya Upanishad, is not written, but it is apaurusheyam, which is something not a man-made verse, not man-made verses. Now, the speciality of the Māṇḍūkya Upanishad is on its analysis on the three states and revealing the nature of the letter Om. And we are going through that. And we are slowly getting the entire vision of the letter Om and also the base of three states. And we are in the second section and a very relevant section. and very relevant verses. I mentioned you in the last class, even though these verses are written before 2000 years before, it will be valid at any point of time in our life. It will be helpful in future. It will be helpful in the present, and also it will continue to help us for the future generations also. So it is very much relevant to know the meaning and to extend the meaning to our contemporary dealings. We will look into the verse number of the second section, Vaithatyam Prakaranam. Vaithatyam means the status of mistake, possibility of having some mistakes. Vithata, knowing something other than what it is, and having the status and living a life without knowing the reality. So mistakes are being cleared through these verses. I already committed a mistake that I am a living being. I have a lifespan from the date of birth to the date of death. This is the first mistake. After that, one after another, mistakes are being dumped. I am a human being I am a human being. I am a male or I am a female. I have parents. I am fair. I am tall. Like these, a series of mistakes are being committed. That is why this section is removing the mistakes with logic, with the help of logic, yukti saha. So we will look into the next verse, that is in this class we have to see the 20th verse. I will read the verse and need some background to understand this verse meaning completely. We will look into that. First I will read the verse. Pranaha iti pranavitaha bhutani iti cha tadvitaha gunaha iti gunavitaha tattvani iti cha tadvitaha. I will read once more. Pranaha iti pranavitaha bhutani iti cha tadvitaha gunaha iti gunavitaha tattvani iti cha tadvitaha. The ultimate reality is mistaken and they conclude something other than the supreme consciousness. The consciousness which is eternal, the consciousness which is unlimited happiness, the consciousness which is a mass of conscious, and there is no separation from the standpoint of creation or the created. This consciousness being the ultimate reality. People, not ordinary people, those who have done meditation, those who are really a serious seeker, they are noble people. They live for others' prosperity. They pray for others' well-being. These type of people concluded the reality in different ways other than the supreme consciousness. How this mistake happened? Vedas have two portions. We have discussed before the beginning of this Upanishad. Ritualistic portion, which is called Karma Kanda. Lots of rituals, Karma Kanda. And portion of knowledge, Jnana Kanda. Ritualistic portion reveals different deities and different solutions for our limitations pertaining to the body. If a person is having with the ear, he should go to ENT specialist. If a person having problem with the heart or lungs, he should go to somebody else. Similarly, in the Vedas, the first portion reveals certain devatas, certain deities, which can take away our limitations like diseases, wanting for a progeny. Suppose a couple doesn't have a boy or doesn't have children. If they do the particular ritual with the particular people, they will get the children. So similarly, a lot of rituals are presented in the first portion. If the result is favor for the person who have done the ritual, he will be a total believer of the ritual and the portion of actions, karma kanda. He believes because the ritual is 100%. Why should not believe in the rituals? Because after doing the ritual, I got the result properly. So I will be a believer of this ritual. And even in knowledge, the portion of knowledge reveals a particular thing. And that thing is the listener or the person who go through the portion of knowledge. It's talking about the reality of the human being and the creation. Nothing to do as a ritual there. Nothing to gain. Nothing to give up. Heya upadeyatvat. Nothing to give. Na heyam na upadeyam. No need to give up anything. No need to gain something. Because the portion of knowledge talks about something already existing. When something already existing, there we don't have any action. We don't have any action to do. When something is already accomplished, there is no effort. There is no action remains. So, portion of knowledge just reveals something and which will become one of the human goal. That is what we are studying right now. That portion of knowledge is called Vedanta or Upanishad. Nothing to do after knowing something. Suppose if you are watching a cookery show and a chef is revealing a beautiful dish, just listening something, you will not accomplish the dish. You need an effort to collect the things for that preparation of the dish. And you have to do according to the steps he already revealed, and you can bring a beautiful dish. Lot of effort is there. But in the portion of knowledge, We don't have any effort. We just listen what we are, and we are that. So mistake is being corrected. The ignorance has gone due to the waking of real knowledge. This is the two portions of the Veda. The entire Vedas are divided into two: portion of rituals, portion of knowledge. And the believers of rituals and the portion of ritual is being followed by different people. Portion of knowledge is also followed by different people. In the portion of knowledge itself, we will come through certain meditations and deities. Upasana Kandam. There also certain deities are introduced. Certain types of meditations are introduced. I believe you keep in the mind that there is nothing to do in the portion of knowledge. Then how come these meditations and the deities in the portion of knowledge? There should be a big question. We need to know that. There is nothing to do in the portion of knowledge. Still some meditations, still some deities are being introduced by the Upanishads. Every Upanishad will have some deities, certain meditations, everything. Those portion is really for the sake of the purification of the mind of the person who is listening. Possible obstacles are being removed by the meditation. The blocks, like our core issues from the childhood, you have been threatened by few incidents happened in your life. It becomes a psychological problem and it will be carried through the life. It will be a stumbling block in the pursuit of knowledge. We call it core issues. When you are a child, you met with an incident and it is shocking in your life. And you don't want to think even now, but it will come occasionally. So these type of core issues being there, or the misbehaving of the parents, misbehaving of the brothers, relatives, or the property division when you are a child and some quarrel. A lot of things can happen. Everybody's life is full of events right in the beginning. And you may come across certain events or certain incidents. It's not very easy to digest. Now you are a spiritual seeker and you are studying the ultimate reality. Still these things are being floating around in the mind. These are all called core issues. Somebody's cheating, somebody's betrayal, somebody's stabbing. All these things will be floating. Even you are studying the ultimate reality. A human mind will carry all these unwanted things. We call it, all these are malam, chitta malam, impurities of the mind. So that we need to take away all these impurities. The mind should be steadily available for the sake of receiving the knowledge. Certain deities are being introduced for the sake of meditation for a length of time, so that the mind will be more calm. Certain style of meditations will help the person to reach into a steady concentration in a steady level of the mind. After doing this meditation towards particular deity. That is why Upanishads itself introduce certain meditations and deities for the sake of concentration and for the sake of the purification of the mind. And remember, there are three types of sannyasas. Vidyut sannyasam, Vividisha sannyasam, Apat sannyasam. After studying about the reality for a length of time, a person is completely indifferent towards the world. He is a vairagi now. He don't have any passion towards the external world. He himself completely satisfied. Upurna triptaha. That person will take the sannyasa. It's called Vidyut sannyasa. After gaining the knowledge, a person will take sannyasa. There are people, due to certain incidents happened in their household life, and they are completely now not interested to continue the household life. And they want to be free from all kinds of problems, what they have faced. They don't want to look back. They don't want to go through all these incidents again. And they met a person who is completely full with peace and calm and serene. A guru, a teacher, a spiritual person. And from him, they listen certain words and sentences. And they feel more secure compared to their household life. And they want to continue with this lifestyle. And they will ask, I want to continue like your lifestyle. Can I? If you are a pure dispassionate, the traditional teacher, the guru, will allow you to continue along with him or her. Thus, without the knowledge of the reality, some inspiration of few sentences from him or her make them to live a life of an ascetic. Remember, there is no knowledge about the reality, but a certain amount of vairagya, dispassion is there, and they will go along with the guru. And this guru will give a sannyasa. Sannyasa means a life of a sage. This is called Vividisha sannyasa. Without knowing anything about the reality and keeping certain amount of dispassion in their life, they continue to live a life like the teacher whom they met in their life. And they will be also an ascetic. They will be also performing certain rituals and meditations. And they will be given the life of a sage. That's called Vividisha sannyasa. In order to know the reality, they will continue their life along with their guru. These people, and the third is Abhat sannyasa. At the last time of a human being, their traditional teacher will cover with an orange cloth and put some ashes in their forehead, and they will bless. In the last stage of the life, you are an ascetic sage. You are going to have a new name and you will be a sage life. This is called Abhat sannyasa. We need the second sannyasa, Vividisha sannyasa. Those people who don't have the idea about the ultimate reality, but they have given the sannyasa and they are dispassionate, and that certain amount of indifference is there. They are not interested in the material life and they do meditations. and they practice certain amount of prayers and rituals. Remember, in the knowledge, once you gain, there is nothing to do. Tasya karyam na vidyate. There is nothing to do because you already gained the knowledge. Now your body will continue for a length of time. Once the prarabdha is finished, what are to be happened in your life for this body, when it finished, it will fall away. It will fall. So there is nothing to do for a person who gained the knowledge and living a life of a sage. But this person took already a sage life, but he has to understand what is the ultimate reality. For the sake of understanding, the mind should be available and it should have more focus and concentration. It need more focus and concentration. For the sake of the purification of mind, the Guru will give certain rituals to do daily, certain meditations which are prescribed in the Upanishad itself. And they will follow all these deities and the meditations and rituals which are prescribed by the Upanishad. And if some people come to study under them, they will become followers. They will also get the same way of lifestyle, meditation, and to do some rituals and to do some prayers daily. So that the reality, even though it is supreme consciousness, few people mistake not knowing the reality in the full-fledged way, not getting the complete vision regarding the reality. They consider certain deities and certain names and forms as the ultimate reality. That is why Vaitatyam, the status of having some mistakes. I already mentioned you in the last class. Few people think Jesus is the ultimate goal. Few people think Buddha is the ultimate goal. Few people think Allah is the ultimate goal. Few people think Shiva, the Lord Shiva in the Hinduism, is the ultimate goal. Few people think Ganesha being their ultimate goal, they will do certain rituals towards Ganesha to reach him. All these things are partial vision. And these rituals and meditations are prescribed inside the Veda itself. All these meditations have only one role: to gain more concentration and focus, and to remove the impurities of the mind so that we can focus towards the reality. Impurities are many. Sangatvam towards the external world, attachment towards the material world, insecurity towards certain things which you have enjoyed or happened in your childhood, and you have insecurity wherever you go. My body is not fit according to the material world. When you see a heroine or a hero, you are ashamed of your own body. This is an insecurity. When you look at the people who speak and talk and laugh and fun, my life has gone. I have met with certain worst incidents. How I can be happy? These are all core issues which are stumbling blocks. I already mentioned you. So these impurities should be taken care of for the sake of understanding the reality. That is why Vedas have meditations, but they are not the ultimate realities. These deities which are preferred inside the Upanishads or in the ritualistic portions. But people used to believe on that. And they will get followers also. When you get few followers, you think that you are right. It is very easy to get some followers for you. If you have some money, give some food for 10 people, 100 people. They will become your followers. It's very easy. Or make a movie that you are an extraordinary person. Then people will follow you blindly. They think that the hero is an extraordinary personality and they are behind him. You know, behind a footballer, behind a tennis player, cricket player. They think that he is an extraordinary personality. Of course, they can play in their own path. If they play cricket, if they play football, they are extraordinary. But that doesn't mean that their human body is extraordinary. Similarly, followers are many. Even though you are meditating upon certain things, you have followers. In the time of Gaudapada Acharya, there are a lot of people who are having followers and they are misleading these people by showing them the ultimate realities are many. And these type of followers made the people to believe that ultimate reality is something other than supreme consciousness. Those people are listed here by the Gaudapada Acharya, who thought, who got this idea that ultimate reality is other than supreme consciousness, and what they meditate or what they believe is the supreme reality. These type of realities are being listed here. One is pranaha, the vital force. Prana upasaka. In one of our mantra itself, in one of the verse itself, Namaste Vayo Tomeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. What is the meaning? O Lord, the vital force of this entire world, you are the visible Brahman. It means that the vital force became the ultimate goal. In real, it is the verse for the sake of meditation or prayers. That's not the ultimate reality. Vital force is not the ultimate reality. But the verse itself shows that, say that ultimate reality is the vital force. And on that time, this verse may be, or some other verses in other Upanishads, and also meditators of Hiranyagarbha, the, the first thing who is loaded with all kinds of creation. Hiranyagarbha. From this, everything came out. It can be Brahmaji, the four-faced deity, or some other deity. This vital force in the form of Hiranyagarbha or in Brahmaji, anything. He created this entire world. Few people believe, and it is being followed by a lot of people. So, pranaha iti pranavidaha. The meaning of the sentence is, one who knows the vital force is the creator or the supreme deity to be understood. They meditate or they propel that prana is the ultimate reality. And we know that prana is one of the part of creation. It is not the ultimate reality. These are all the imaginations of the mind. This is not the reality. So, pranaha iti pranavidaha. Few people meditate that the vital force is the supreme, highest reality of the creation to be reached. Another group of people, Bhudani iti cha tadvidaha. Bhudani, the elements, those elements are the basic things to be understood, and that is the ultimate reality of the world. Bhutani. Bhutam, element, water, space. Leave the space for the time being because space is not available for our eyes. I mean, not understood properly. Four other elements will take. Vital force, Vayu, then fire, water, earth. These four elements are the basic things in the creation. No other thing in the world can become the ultimate reality. Bhudani idija tat vidaha. Materialists believe that in this birth we have to enjoy whatever we can enjoy. After that, this body is going to fall and we cannot come again to this world. So we will enjoy this world. This is the belief of materialists, Charvakas. And they say that Bhutani, these elements are the basic thing to be understood and to be meditated, nothing more than that. This is the ultimate reality. Gunaha iti gunavitaha. A group of people, Sankhya, these people are dualists. Dvaidinaha. We are studying Advaitam. Upanishad is Advaitam, non-dual scripture which talks about non-duality. Me, my mother, my father, my dog, my garden, my car, the Lord which I believe, all other things in the world seems to be separate when we look with our eyes. But from the standpoint of reality, they are non-separate. From the standpoint of supreme consciousness, they are non-separate. This is called non-duality. Scriptures talk, what we are studying is non-duality, Advaitam in Sanskrit. Dvaitam means duality, Advaitam non-dual. And non-dual will give more relief. For example, the person who believes in duality, the dog is separate from me. Something which is separate from you doesn't have any control for you because it is a separate entity. When something is separate from you, you don't have any control on that. You have a threat from that dog. There is an insecurity within you. Now, a non-believer of non-duality, he thinks that the dog and myself are from a standpoint. This the believe I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry because we are facing a heavy rainfall where I am. So there will be some disturbance in it. Okay. Okay. So we'll continue. So there are people who believe the ultimate reality is pranaha, the vital force. There were people who believe the bhutani, the elements are the ultimate reality, which are all mistake. And there are people who believe gunaha, guna, sattva gunam, rajo gunam, tamo gunam. Last class, in the last moment, I mentioned you. These three qualities are the ultimate realities, and they will constitute the entire creation, and one should meditate upon that, and one should be clear upon that. These are all talking about duality. Duality will always attract insecurity. Duality will always attract mental disturbances. Duality will always end up in insecurities, tragedies, and lot of things to be achieved in your life, because there are a lot of things other than you. You need to put a lot of effort. Without effort, nothing you can gain. So disadvantages are many in the duality. All these studies are talking about the duality. I am a meditator, and the object of meditation is separate from me. Through meditation, I should accomplish, or I should go nearby the object of meditation. Lot of effort is there. That is the present condition all over the world even now. People think something other than them is the Lord. They go to temple, they go to church, they go to mosque, no problem. It's the primary class in the philosophy, Vedanta philosophy. This is the first class, the first lesson. Seeing something other than what it is for the purpose of meditation, not as a human goal. And people think that these things are real. Even the religion, Hindu religion, talks about 33 crores of devatas, lords. These are all for the sake of meditation, not as in real. Should not take in real, as a real goal. Should not take as our real goal. So, Sankhya philosophers, a school of philosophy very famous at the time of Gaudapada Acharya, they think that Purusha and Prakriti, two different entities are there to create the entire world. And these people think that three qualities, Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam. Sattvic, the prime quality for the person to become wise and also to read, to think, to perform a punctual life, everything need Sattva Guna. Rajo Guna, in order to become valor, in order to do karma, to do actions, you need Rajo Guna. Guna means quality. Raja quality, Rajas. It will be always in the form of red. Sattva will be always in the form of white. And the Tamo Guna, sleep, lazy, or doing mistakes, cheating others, betrayal, everything will fall under Tamo Guna. So, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam, Sattva Gunam, these three qualities are the primary thing to be understood in the creation, and that will be the entire goal. Sankhya believers, a group of people. At the time of Gaudapada Acharya, this philosophy was very strong, and it has attracted a lot of people because it partially can have a touch in with Advaita philosophy. Fine. Gunaha iti gunavidaha. Tattvani iti cha tadvidaha. Tattvam. Three states of entities, three types of entities. In the creation, there are three entities governing the strength to create the world. And these three tattvas are Shaiva, Purusha, Prakriti. Shaiva means Lord Shiva. The believers of Shiva, Shiva is an entity in the Hindu religion. The Lord of destruction, the Lord of elimination. So Shaiva is Shiva. Believers of Shiva, they are called Shaivas. Shiva, Atma, and Maya, or Shiva, Purusha, and Prakriti. So these three entities are the basic truth of the entire creation. They are called Tattvaha iti Tattvavidaha. They believe these three entities are the ultimate realities. Remember, in the Advaita philosophy, the material cause and the intelligent cause are one and the same Atman, the Brahman. There is no two entities in creation. What we see in our empirical world, the clay and the pot maker are the mother and father of the pot. So two things are the cause for the creation of pot. So that father and the mother, clay will become the mother, material cause, and the pot maker is the intelligent cause, father. So we can draw the logic towards the creation of the entire universe. Thus, these philosophies are born. But in reality, the intelligent cause and the material cause are one and the same. The creator itself is in the form of created. An example which I can give is like the dream objects are not separate from the dreamer. This is the intelligent cause and material cause are one and the same. The dreamer is the intelligent cause. The dreamer itself is the material cause. And another example given in the Upanishad is a spider. Spider web, it nest, the web. Spider web is not something a material came out or took by the spider. The spider itself make the web. The spider itself swallow the web when there is no need. So the web is created by the spider. So the material cause and the intelligent cause is one and the same. That is not something which is acceptable. But the dream example is acceptable. The objects inside the dream and the person who dreams are one and the same. So, intelligent cause and the material cause, nimitta upadana karanam, are one and the same. But these people say that there are three entities basically as fundamental for the creation. Gunaha, tattvaha, all these people are misleading another group of people who following them. Nowadays also there are people who are in the form of sadhus, sages, yoga teachers, all are fake identities. For the sake of money, for the sake of pleasure, for the sake of some other thing, they just make some followers through internet. They just make the followers through their hype words and they mislead the people from the reality. It's very important to see who is the right person. Only by the blessings of the God and only by the blessings of your own clarity, you will find a person is in the right way or are they topping the proper things, So these people, even though they are meditators, they are noble people, some are sages, because Sankhya philosophy is established by the sages, Kapila. That sage itself talking about duality. Even nowadays, devotion have three factors. The devotee, the object of devotion, and the devotion. And most of the institutions are promoting devotion towards a deity. They don't reveal the reality. The object of devotion and the devotee are one and the same. No institution promote this reality. They always keep Lord Krishna is the object of devotion and you are the devotee of Krishna. Thus, all the institutions in the world have certain deities as their object of devotion, and you will become a devotee. The entire life is spoiled due to not knowing the reality. Anyway, that devotion will constitute certain benefits which will be rewarded in the next birth, not in this birth. You will get some rewards in the next birth due to a devotee who is committed for one object of devotion. And these people were misleading the people, as though we see certain people in this contemporary world misleading the people, showing certain deities, showing certain some magics, and they say that they are the object of ultimate, they are the ultimate reality. And these things are really fake or the imagination of the mind. This is the first meaning of first verse meaning. We are going through different verses who commits mistake by keeping some objects in the front as their ultimate reality. We will look into that in the next class. Okay? Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayandam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaah Gobrahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Choparahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbayah Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Purnamata Purnamitam പൂർണ്ണാത് പൂർണ്ണമുദച്യതേ പൂർണ്ണസ്യ പൂർണ്ണമാദായ പൂർണ്ണമേവാവശിഷ്യതേ. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി. ഹരി ഓം. ശ്രീ ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഹരി ഓം.